Welcome back to Carneades.org. Today we're going to be continuing with our series, 4 weeks of famous philosophers. In this video we are going to be looking at Thales of Miletus, the sage of Greece, prophet of the Eclipse, and the West's first philosopher. Now, Thales was a philosopher, mathematician, scientist, entrepreneur, and more that lived around 600 BCE. That's about 100 years before Socrates. Aristotle credits him as being the first philosopher. Herodotus records him as the first man to ever predict a solar eclipse before it happened. Greece even named him one of the 7 sages of Greece for all his work. Now, these days we take it for granted that science and philosophy fill in explanatory gaps that religion used to fill. We used to explain everything with religion, and slowly we've discovered things in science or discovered things in philosophy or other academic disciplines that have filled in those explanatory roles. You no longer ask a priest what makes lightning, you ask a scientist. Well, you probably ask Google, but you're looking for scientific answers. You're not looking in a holy book to answer kind of facts about the natural world, or at least most people probably aren't. But in Thales' time, everything was explained by the gods. He was the first to try to explain natural phenomena through those natural scientific theories. He was the first to start explaining things in terms of something other than religion or the will of the gods. Thales, using these methods, was the first recorded person to ever predict a solar eclipse before it happened. The eclipse was famous because it was so shocking that it ended a war between 2 nearby countries. Since astronomers can theorize the exact date of the eclipse, some have argued that the end of this war is the earliest event known in human history that we have an exact date for, May 28th, 585 BCE. And Thales was even featured in Aesop's fables. He is the astrologer from the story about the astrologer who fell into a well. Though this fable made fun of Thales for missing the earth in front of him for the stars by his falling into a well due to the fact that he was looking up at the stars and searching for answers, his attempt to do the work of the gods in the sky and explain the natural world through laws instead of religion and explanations around the will of the gods was the beginning of Western philosophy and science as we know it. Therefore, I give you Thales of Miletus, sage of Greece, prophet of the Eclipse, and the West's first philosopher. Next up, we are going to be looking at Socrates himself, so stay tuned tomorrow for that video and every single day this month for a new video on a famous philosopher. Watch this video and more here at Carneades.org, and stay skeptical, everybody.